Is Rob Liefeld a comic book national treasure? I'm starting to think he's on his way to becoming one. So while I talk about that, I hope you enjoy this time-lapse video of me doing some digital colours on a sketch I done last week in my sketchbook. This is a Liefeld character called Prophet, John Prophet. This is the original design of the character. Like it's changed more recently, but I think this is like the classic look. Yeah, it's kind of cool to me. It's got that cool 90s look about it. But yeah, just going back to Rob, so like I hadn't really known, like back in the 90s I remember the Youngblood comic series on the shelves, but I was starting out in art college, and I hadn't, you know, there was other things were influencing me there, other art styles were influencing me, so I never really picked up any Rob's work. Didn't know he'd worked in Marvel or anything like that. But like from then till now, what I know most about Rob is that he's like this figure in the comic book world where for a long time it was cool to just mock his art style, and I think that's starting to change. I've seen a lot of stuff online now, and I think that attitude is changing a bit. But when I suppose when my radar went off properly on wanting to, you know, follow Rob and learn more about Rob was when I picked up the Image Comics series called Prophet. It came out in 5 volumes. There was Prophet Remission, Brothers, Empire, Joining, and Earth. And this there was a bunch of different creators on this series. There was Brandon Graham, who was the writer, and he had also done some art. And then there was Simon Roy, Farrell Dalrymple, and Giannis Milano. But I absolutely love this. Is like this kind of high concept, futuristic. Like it was totally different to the original incarnation of Prophet. It was set thousands of years in the future. But what I'm pretty sure, I don't know why this is in my head. I think I read it somewhere, or maybe it was from an interview with Rob. He gave those creators full reign, free reign to do whatever they wanted. You know, whatever they could envision of the character, and it's so creative what they done. It's such a rich kind of world, galaxy, universe, whatever you want to call it. But it's just, to me, it's a cherished series that I love rereading over and over again. And I suppose that's what I love, that Rob kind of had the courage to just give one of his characters to a bunch of creators and let them do what they wanted. And like it shows, like in the long run, if this is gonna raise the John Prophet, you know, franchise or IP to higher heights and bring in more money, and like Rob, because of his move and his decision, like he's going to be the one to benefit most. Like it will help him have a comfortable life, and it will help him, like having a comfortable life as an artist is every artist's dream, because then you can spend your days creating whatever you want. And I think when creative people are allowed to do what they want, fans react and they love it. Like so yeah, like I don't know where I'm going with that, but I just like that Rob seems to have this good business head about setting himself up for the future, like trying to invest in his ideas and make sure that they kind of flourish and bring in more revenue. But yeah, so like just reading Prophet and discovering it, I wanted to learn more about Rob, and you know, I've just always kind of kept a close eye on him. But recently there was an interview on the Kayfabe Cartoonists YouTube channel, and like it's an amazing interview. Like it's like instantly clear that Rob has a very deep love for comic books. Like I don't think I've ever heard anyone speak more genuinely about their love for the medium. Like when you're listening to him, I found that he has an ability to make comics seem to matter more than I even thought they did. Like his knowledge of its history and his respect for the creators before him is so evident. Even his own contribution of building out a studio and finding new talent, like they're great stories to add to the whole history of comic books. Like I know his studio went under, and he speaks about that in the interview. But like these are kind of things, like he took a lot of risks, and like he talks a lot in the interview about financial figures, you know, what he paid different creators, how much money he paid them, his different business decisions. Like it's all really fascinating stuff. Like I'll put a link in the description. It's well worth people's time checking it out. Like, but I suppose the main thing that I've learned from Rob, and I'm starting to see a lot of creators do it now, like that's why I'm doing YouTube, it's Rob's ability to hype his work, like to sell it and make anything he touches feel like a big event. Like he really knows how to convince the market that what he's bringing to the table is valuable and it's an event. Like there's a long list of artists out there who I would say like are technically better than Rob, but like as time goes by I realize it's not just about artistic ability. Like a huge part of it is selling yourself, and like Rob is a master at this, and like he's gotten the most out of his art, and like he lives a comfortable life because of it, and I think that's amazing. So I'll finish this video with kind of an analogy. I don't know if it's an analogy, maybe it isn't, but like check out this image of Iron Maiden in concert. Like in music you've got all types of genres, but you've got like metal bands and they play frantic, extreme, high energy music, and like a ton of people love this genre, and there's a market for it the same way there's a market for Rob's work. So I don't think people should hate on him for his success based on his brand of music. It might not be your taste, but the sales show that there's a market for Rob's metal. And I'll leave it at that. If you like this or if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, because it really helps the channel. And yeah, thanks for listening.